Fantasy football injury updates and coaching changes ahead of Week 6. Injuries are a constant in the NFL, and Week 6 brings a mix of updates that fantasy managers need to note. Here's the latest. Key injury updates. Anthony Richardson, QB. IND, fully practiced Thursday and is on track to start against Tennessee. Expect him to play if he's healthy. Jonathan Taylor, RB. IND, ruled out for Week 6. Keep an eye on Trey Sermon, collarbone, who had a full practice and is set to start. Michael Pittman Jr., WR. IND, expected to miss multiple weeks, possibly heading to IR. Malik Neighbors, WR, out again with a concussion, boosting Darius Slayton as a potential flex option. James Cook, RB. BUF, and Khalil Shakir, WR. BUF, both missed practice Thursday ahead of Monday's game against the Jets, which could hurt Allen's fantasy outlook. Brian Robinson Jr., RB, was game time decision against Baltimore. If he's out, expect more work for Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols. Rashad White, RB. TB, missed Thursday's practice. Bucky Irving would be a solid start if White is unavailable. Alvin Kamara, RB. No, limited in practice but expected to play. Spencer Rattler will start at QB with Derek Carr sidelined. Justin Herbert, QB. Lack, expected to start after a bye week, despite missing part of Thursday's practice. Ramondre Stevenson, RB. Nay, hasn't practiced this week and is unlikely to play. Antonio Gibson is expected to start in his place. Joe Mixon, RB. Sin, limited practice, keep an eye on his status. Damian Pierce, RB. Who, was a full participant. Devontae Adams, WR. LV, not playing this week, while Jacoby Myers, WR. LV, is also not practicing. Look for Trey Tucker as a potential WR option. David Njoku, TE. Cle, limited in practice, he's questionable for Sunday. Nick Chubb, RB. Cle, is still working his way back. Devin Singletary, RB. Who, trending towards a return this week, with Tyrone Tracy performing well in his absence. Evan Engram, TE. Jack, limited but likely to start against Chicago. Coaching change. In addition to the injury updates, the Jets have made significant coaching changes. Following Robert Saleh's firing, Todd Downing has been elevated to offensive play caller, replacing Nathaniel Hackett. Todd Downing's background: his previous offensive coordinators have seen mixed results, ranking low in yards and points during his stints. This change raises questions about whether the Jets' offense can improve, especially with Aaron Rodgers now back in the mix. Fantasy managers should monitor these developments closely as they finalize their lineups for Week 6. Inside coverage. Jets, 49ers, and the QB Stock Exchange. Join Jason Fitz, Charles Robinson, and Frank Schwab as they delve into the latest NFL action, including the San Francisco 49ers' decisive 36-24 victory over the Seattle Seahawks. After a commanding start, the 49ers appear to have silenced any doubts about Brock Purdy. But what does this mean for the struggling Seahawks? Key topics discussed. 49ers vs. Seahawks recap. Analyzing the standout performance of Brock Purdy and the implications for Seattle moving forward. Jets make changes. Following Robert Saleh's firing, the Jets have stripped Nathaniel Hackett of his play-calling duties. Is this move sustainable for the future of the organization, particularly for Ulbrich, Downing, and Rodgers? Could a trade for Devontae Adams be the lifeline they need? Quarterback Stock Exchange. Stock up. Kirk Cousins is gaining traction as a potential game-changer. Stock down. Concerns mount for Deshaun Watson and the future of the Cleveland Browns. The episode honors the legacy of Terez Paylor, a foundational figure in NFL journalism. You can support his legacy through various initiatives, including purchasing merchandise or donating to scholarships in his name. Episode breakdown. 036, San Francisco vs. Seattle recap. 2028, Jets strip Hackett of play-calling responsibilities. 34-28, updates on Devontae Adams. 45-21, stock up, Kirk Cousins. 48-32, stock down, Deshaun Watson. 56-43, stupid underdog picks. Tune in for an insightful discussion on the NFL landscape, player performances, and the evolving dynamics within teams. Report. Anthony Richardson poised for return on Sunday. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson is on track to return to the lineup this Sunday. According to Stephen Holder of ESPN, barring any setbacks, Richardson has practiced all week, taking a significant number of first-team reps after missing time due to an oblique injury sustained against the Steelers on September 29. Coach Shane Steichen noted that Richardson has made huge strides this week. With Joe Flacco starting in his absence last week, the Colts are eager to get their first-round pick back under center. Since being drafted in 2023, Richardson has only played in 8 out of 22 possible games and has faced injuries that sidelined him for portions of 3 games. His performance so far has included a completion rate of 50.6%. With 654 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a league-high 6 interceptions, the Colts will be looking for a turnaround as they prepare for this weekend's matchup. Devonta Smith clears concussion protocol. Reflects on controversial hit. Devonta Smith spoke out on Friday for the first time since suffering a concussion during a game against the Saints on September 22. The hit from Saints defensive lineman Christian Boyd in the fourth quarter raised concerns. But Smith doesn't believe it was dirty. "Nah, I don't feel like it was dirty or nothing," Smith stated. "He didn't hit me in the head. More so, I feel like the whistle should have been blown." Boyd was fined $4.665 for the late hit after officials missed the call during the game. Typically, hits on defenseless receivers can incur a fine of up to $16.883. But Boyd's fine was reduced due to it being a first offense and calculated based on his salary cap hit for the week. Smith emphasized his frustration with the referees for not blowing the play dead, especially since his forward progress was clearly halted. "I can't extend the play if I'm moving backwards," he pointed out. While the scene was alarming for his teammates, Smith recalled feeling disoriented but not frightened. "I remember everything up until I went to the locker room," he explained. He appreciated the support of teammate A.J. Brown, who checked on him after missing the game due to a hamstring injury. In 3 games prior to his injury, Smith recorded 21 catches on 28 targets for 239 yards and a touchdown. Known for his durability, he has missed just 2 games in his 4-year NFL career. With Smith, Brown, and All-Pro right tackle Lane Johnson all back on the field, the Eagles are set to face the Browns on Sunday. "Feels good just to get back out here around the guys," Smith said. 2 weeks away from them. Just good to get back to playing football. Injury update. Russell Wilson cleared to play. Jaylen Warren questionable for Week 6. For the first time this season, quarterback Russell Wilson is off the injury report and set to be active for Sunday's game against the Raiders. Head coach Mike Tomlin confirmed that Wilson, calf, will likely serve as the number 2 quarterback behind Justin Fields after being a full participant in practice all week. Running back Jaylen Warren, knee, is also in the mix for a return after missing the last 2 games. He's listed as questionable but showed progress throughout the week, being limited on Wednesday and Thursday before participating fully on Friday. Tight end Pat Freiermuth, who was added to the injury report on Thursday with a calf issue, also participated fully on Friday and is expected to play. Players out for Week 6. Safety Damontae Kazee, ankle. LB Nick Herbig, hamstring. LB Alex Highsmith, groin. Michael Pruitt, knee. RB, returner Cordarrelle Patterson, ankle. DeMarvin Leal, neck. The team looks to bounce back with these updates as they prepare for a crucial matchup.